Okay, so Seven Seas is going to be the map. Excuse me. Very nice. I missed the things and the stuff, the deputy doodads, and the order that they got banned in. But at any rate, Seven Seas is the map. Let's see what the plans are for today. Like I said, no ledge today. Soft Style is in. Chuck is in. Jack is in. Destoria is in. Against Archetype Deluxe, Rom, and Melamber. So I don't really recognize Melamber, but Rom, Deluxe, Archetype, of course, pretty typical Cuite Imperiale lineup for you guys. First ban at the gate, Mongolia. Second ban, Mr. Crusade himself, Byzantium. The Basil one, he's out. So no surprise there. You see these guys getting banned. It's become more and more of the meta to see these two banned early. People would rather face a strong simming civ and hope to catch them with a bad spawn than have to face... Oops, I just took a picture. One of these higher end military civs like that can just dominate you. If they have everything goes right, their timing can just dominate you, and people want to get rid of it. So that's out of there. Gorgo's out of there. I've seen Gorgo slipping into the draft phase a lot recently, but Gorgo's out. That is Chuck. So Chuck banned up. So Gorgo and Mongolia, Genghis. Gorgo and Genghis out from the Ulysse side. Now, Scythia is actually much more in on the banning as well. Scythia's become more and more part of the meta, and people want to get them out of there. So a lot of the military type stuff getting out. Maybe a lot of big sim civs. It's going to be pretty awesome. Anyone know if Civ 6 has crashing issues, or is it just me and my computer? Wood, I haven't heard of anything. There has been issues in the past. When they brought out the new launcher, like this thing here, apparently there had been issues. I don't know if those have been resolved. Maybe you're still having lingering problems with that. Maybe verify files, I'm not really sure. Wow. Zhao is out. Interesting. Your game now crashes after 20 turns. Is that like a consistent thing? That's kind of weird. Maybe there's been an update I don't know about? At 300 turns. Kevin, thanks for being here, buddy. Rock on the cinematics. Here's a good game stream. Thank you, Kevin. Yes. Here's to a good game indeed. Get out your popcorn, ladies and gentlemen. Russia, the final ban. All kinds of civs open here. This is going to be very interesting. Monsa Moose is out there. We're going to get to see some desert gameplay, maybe. Seven Seas, there's lots of good options. There's the Japans and Didos of the world. There's Herald coming in hot. Very interesting pick on the Seven Seas here. Saw Jack this morning playing Herald. Didn't go so well. For him. I don't know how it ended. I just was watching when he was trying his turn 85 Caravel push. I was just going to say, Coupe is still sitting out there. So Coupe is not quite as strong when Herald's in the game. But Coupe Philip, a very strong combination if they can get it to work. Coupe on 7 Seas, very, very strong. And you're much more likely to be separated anyway, so there's a good chance that Herald won't be anywhere near Coupe, and so Coupe can do his thing. I really feel like Cuite Imperiale kind of made it really well there with Coupe Philip. I think Monsa Musa makes sense here. you'd have to come back with some military might and things like that. Having a couple of monumentality civs is not ideal as your first 2 picks, but I like a Mansa Musa pick here on 7 Seas. I haven't seen a lot of Mansa Musa play lately. There it is. There's Mansa Musa. Be crazy not to get it in the first round. There comes the banning phase. Each team's got a naval. So not necessarily going to see a naval banning battle here. There's the Romes and Persias and Mapuches of the world that often get banned in this phase. We'll see what the teams have in mind. Yeah, I don't know, JSimo. I don't have any problems of that sort, so I don't know. Maybe there's an update that's messing around with stuff. Maybe it's a single-player thing, and I haven't played a lot of single-player. China ban coming in from Cuite Imperiale. Very interesting. Very interesting. Taking the China gameplay out. I don't know if I would have banned China there simply because Norway, Mansa Musa have already been picked by Ulysse, and I don't ever see a world in which you'd want to pick China on the back of Norway Mansa Open. So I feel like China could have just been left, but I don't know. Didn't want to take a chance, I guess. I am dropping frames, apparently. I'm dropping frames at the moment. Just a little bit of inconsistency in my frame rate, so I apologize if this video is a little stuttery. Excuse me. Mapuche out. No surprise there. The Zulu ban's a little bit of a surprise. I'm not going to lie. That's also another surprise. I'm not really sure Zulu would have been a pick. I guess they just didn't want to have any other strong military civs coming at them. Since none have been picked so far, they just wanted to take one more off the board. There's still Rome and Persia sitting out there. So at this point, Ulysse could decide if they want to trade. If they want one of Rome or Persia, they could just let them both slide. Because, of course, the next pick goes to Deluxe and the Cuite Imperiales. So, be interested to see what they ban here. So, Japan ban, okay. So, Rome and Persia, both sitting out there. Black Queen, very good on 7 Seas as well. She can play on the waters. Very likely possibility. Dido comes in. So, there's a Dido Cuite combination. And with Dido gone, probably Victoria. I would say Victoria to double up on the seas with Harold. Because Harold's got really early timing on the seas, but his timing for Caravels sucks compared to others. So Victoria would make a good combination here, and then maybe like a Persia or a Rome, one or the other. I like a Persia or a Rome here, and yeah, there's your Rome, and I like Vicky here to give you a second naval civ. Now you don't have to go naval here. 7 Seas has got lots of land on it. Mansa Musa is going to make lots of money for you. Rome could go commercials first if they're free sim. So money is not necessarily an issue. It's more about controlling the waters. And that would leave Vicky here a smart pick, I think. So we'll see what happens. They banned Japan, so that made me think that, you know, they banned Japan into a trade for Dido Vicky made sense. I was wrong. They've gone straight trade. There you go. So no Vicky. I love it. I love me some Cyrus. I love me some Trajan. We're going to see them both. I think it's great picks here. Very interested to see what Jack plays. Jack will probably play Harold, I would think, out of this. Destoria maybe plays Mansa. Either that or probably Trajan. We'll have to see. I'm not used to seeing soft style play with them, so we'll have to see. Very good picks, though. Jadwiga on the back end here is also very interesting. Okay. Jadwiga on the back end to go with Dido and Coupe. The map's going to be very, very important here. Persia, of course, can... Oh, no, they're going to switch to Gyroman. Okay, there we go. The map's going to make a big impact on this game. Of course, Persia can hit the waters and play really well on the water with their +3. So you got to like them on the water also. Problem there if they have to. Sure if that needs to happen. Jack is flipped to the top, and he'll get Admiral slot order with Harold. They slipped Jairman and Philip up here. Cuite at least. Okay. Then Roman. Really worry too much about. Sounds like there is a little static coming from my mic. Is anybody else getting static? It's first I've heard of it. I haven't made any changes to my settings. Does anybody have a problem with my mic? Anybody? Some weird noises? Really? From my microphone? I have no idea how that could be. Hey, JR!
Yo, Norm, is this game kinda Seuss?
This game is totally Seuss, my brother. Thank you very much for bringing the tier 1 back, JR. I don't know what's going on with the microphone, guys. Maybe it might be because I'm dropping frames. I've dropped some frames here. My throughput, my KBS throughput is kind of varying a little bit. So it's entirely possible that that when that happens, my microphone's doing some jittery things if it's just occasional. So hopefully that's the case. I don't know what else the problem could be. So anyway, thank you very much, JR, for bringing the tier 1 back in the 2 months. Second month, best month. So thank you for that. Second month, best month.
From the first
I want to drop a note to Heavy.
Heavy,
are you listening to me right now? And I don't have to drop a note.
Of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars.
Oh shit. I don't know if any of you out there are big fans. Let me know how the audio is going, by the way. It seems like my ABS has, knock on wood, leveled out. So if you have any more audio issues, I don't even know how I'd fix them. But there you go. There you go. Thank you everyone for being here. I do appreciate it. Kubrick, hello from Florida. Hello to Florida from Canada. How's my favorite bricklayer going? Retired bricklayer. We're gonna load in here eventually. There we go. We've loaded in. First impressions. Lots of water, but little bits of it. No big extended. Like choppy. First thing we see is Rome. They're gonna drop down. A 2-1 base, working a 3-2, pretty solid. Eating up a beautiful coffee settle that they didn't know about until now, but that's gonna hurt. Gonna hurt. Not gonna like that. Could go maize. Actually, maize, or even just settle the coffee into a 3-3. Look at this settle. Whew. Rome with the expand. PogChamp. 4-2 spice over here. Looking pretty good for Rome. Auckland in the north will be in play for a 7 Seas game, which is pretty huge. Madrid over here to the left, a good distance away from Rome, though. Let's see our continent split here. Ooh. No reasonable continent split, honestly, for Madrid, though. Unless they were like to go way up here. There's nothing reasonable that they can't really settle in here, so really actually nothing for Spain there. Dido jumping in here. They're going to lay down a pleb spawn, 2-1 base, working 2-2s. A lot of chops, though. Magnus could go Burr in here. Pretty good fishies if they go out of the sea. Expands, not so hot. Although they can set up navals between the two of these guys here. 2-2 base work and 2-2 is fine. They can settle up the coast and over in here. They got a nice incense settle here. So a couple good expands for them. And then you could get Phoenicia could come over here and settle something over in here. Set up early navals. Could be beautiful. Other than that, though, the expands for Phoenicia are not great. You could land up in here, but it kind of awkward settles with no really good harbors. You got a city or two up in here, but again, not great. Long walks, really shipbuilding settles. Could settle the T over here, but not a great harbor setup. Could do like a harbor setup here, though. If you put the harbor here, you could do like a government plaza harbor setup if you did it before the iron got discovered. Expands down here. Candy's kind of in the way. Could go and settle up on this water as well. Let's take a quick look. Let's go really quickly. Terrible setup for Mali. And they are going to be set up with a trading partner, but just absolutely atrocious. 2-2 base work at 2-2s is nice, but there's no desert setup for them at all. It really doesn't bode well. They're going to be free sim, which is good. They actually have Rome and Persia right here. So if you look, they've got it in free sim, and they've got Jack down here, Watermelon Raider or Watermelon Raider. In a pretty interesting situation. And then on the flip side, you've got Cuite is over here, going to get a Lux settle. That's actually amazing settle right there for Cuite. Going to be a turn 3 settle. And then Madrid kind of isolated over here. Going to possibly be in a little bit of trouble. It's gonna be very kind of east versus westish, though. The one major conflict will probably be, and there's a giant mountain in the way, so no, there won't be a conflict at all. Is this classic chokes? Standard. Standard chokes. Og. So, this is what standard chokes looks like, folks. This is what standard chokes looks like. This is just like free sim. So basically, Khmer is free sim in behind here. Couple rivers to work with. And then they can set up trading on the, even go naval trading over here with them. This is very east versus west, long-term game. Persia got a really nice expand down here. Really good capability of getting really big. Oh yeah, look at this. 2-2 base working 3-2s. Settle out here is really good with campuses. Good settles up here if they can. They don't want to go to the water though because they're going to lose the water battle to Dido. Yeah, this is almost remappable. I feel like we could see a remap here from Ulysse because even though Mali's free sim, they're really not set up in a great situation. They'll have some good cities to set up, but they're not getting the desert they like. This is pretty amazing out here, though. Rome can free sim out here. Jack has pretty plebby spawn. 2-1 base working 2-2s. He won't be happy about that. He's got a culture tile out here. But nothing special. His expands kind of suck. Pretty good expand out here, but yeah. Doesn't really have a good setup for his Holy Site Harbor situation either. He would be able to expand all around this lake and set up trading with Rome. He would be able to settle up all around in here, but again, the settles are kind of meh. This would be a pretty good setup here, but not great tiles. Well, yeah, not really. There's a fissure settle you could grab here as well. I don't know. We'll see what he does if they continue to play this. Madrid kind of far enough away. Madrid's going to have kind of double worries on their right. So they're going to have to kind of seal up here and settle this coast, settle in here. Trade up with Dido. Going to be very eastish versus westish on this map if we play it. 3 scouts for Persia. From their perspective, he's front line, but they're going to see that these just basically freeze him. If he could ever... See, this guy's going to get through. If he could ever block this off, that would actually be pretty amazing. If he could ever block this scout from getting through. Because he's not going to be able to get through the other way. This guy's going to step here. If you could ever get this unit down and block this off somehow, and keep him from getting around, that would be pretty important. They're clearing the roads here. Settler, pop 3 already. He must have got a pop. Oh no, because he's only getting 2 extra food. 2 base, working 2 twos. Yeah, maybe that's right. I didn't see a pop up. The Sahara Sand Pit. Hey, Red Ogre, missed these Normcasts. Glad they're back. Yeah, but we got some casts back. We're actually gonna be casting again tomorrow. We have the TBD versus Wheelchair Gaming set up tomorrow. Going to be possibly joined by Falcon for a fun little... Okay, so here's the meat here. Turn 8. If you could ever... No, he's kind of the other way. He's not going to be able to block this. This scout's going to get through. Yeah, this scout's going to get through. Who can control this water? I mean, potentially Norway could come and grab this water. Maori's set up. They have an amazing 2-2 base working really good tiles. They can't really settle here because they would have to fight on the land a little bit. Maybe they wouldn't want to. Not very good settles either. Maybe you could settle further north by Spain to set up trading as well. But it's not great. The votes are coming in. The A's have it. The A's have it. It is going to be a respawn, a remap. Jack didn't really have great expands and a great setup. Obviously, Molly's setup was just atrocious. I think Rome and Persia are probably a little sad. Rome had a ridiculous expand here and really good options all around him. He was going to have amazing expands down here. He was going to be able to do a lot of things. Rome and Persia, they had really good expands all over the place. They could have even gone coastal down in here. Set up. They could have had... If this had been a big desert, I think they'd have been fine. If this was a big desert instead of turning into plains, if this was all desert right here, just like where I'm drawing, I think we'd still be playing this game, this map. You know, I think Jack would have just had to put up with what he had, which actually, as he explores, wouldn't have been terrible. He's going to have a nice big piece of water that he could settle up. He was actually going to even be able to, if he wanted to jump across. He could have, like, you know, settled in here and then gone monumentality settles across the water and had some really good settles in here and here. And then potentially set up... Even here is insane. If somebody could have settled that between these guys, and set up some naval traders in here, would have been a big East versus West battle. Be crazy. Is that the Worms Weapons Mass Destruction thing tomorrow? Yeah, that's going to be tomorrow, Tubrick. Probably it'll be after the TBD game. So same time tomorrow as this game starting. So, you know, 23 and a half hours ago or so, 23 and a half hours from now will be the other game I'll be casting. The TBD versus Wheelchair Gaming qualifier. It's like it's the qualifiers in the CPL for the Civ World Cup. I'm actually playing in one of those games on Saturday with my team.
Now begins your greatest quest.
But yeah, I'll be casting one tomorrow. And then when that game's over, which could be like, you know, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock my time, we'll play Worms for 3 or 4 hours in the evening and see how that goes tomorrow evening. Tonight after this game, I'll have to see if there's people hanging out. Maybe I'll go back to Eco. Otherwise, I could go back to our game that we're playing of Old World. So that could be a thing. Friday, I have to see what happens, but I think I'd like to play some Civ 6, whether I get into a game or not, or just do some kind of practice runs just to kind of get my rhythm, just so I'm ready for Saturday. That's probably the rest of the schedule for the week, if I had to guess. So new map coming in. Ulysse. Didn't like their Molly setup. Hopefully they get something better here. Let's see what they got. Where's the desert? Here's desert. There he is. This is looking much better. Production tiles. Maybe turn 2 settle here. A turn 2 settle here would open up better expands also. Yeah, if he turn 2 settles here, it opens up really good expands here and here. And it also brings him, he's searched here. He sees that there's no real production up here just to go and settle. I mean, he could settle, yeah, there's no real production. So he's probably got to gamble and go here. He would see this 2-2, I do believe. Yeah, he sees the 2-2. So I think you go here and settle. You buy the 2-2, and they'll like what they see beyond that. He's got some pretty good protection as well. Norway and Dido around him, so he's essentially going to be kind of free sim-ish. We'll check out the other spawns with or not. Did I say Dido? Obviously Rome. Rome and Norway there, and then Persia. So it's all pretty tight grouped. On the other side, Madrid down here. No continent split. Oh wait, actually they do have a continent split right here, so they'll be able to settle south here. There you go. Oh, they actually, okay, so turn 1 settle with it. See, this is why you got this. Cuite is broken on 7 Seas now. This is a couple times I've seen this. So it's a 2-1 base, but he's working a 2-2 and a 1-5. He's going to 4-turn a settler from turn 1. That's beyond broken. Okay, he's going to get a settle out, and he's probably going to come over here and settle this really fast with some really good tiles. He's going to have a 3-3 and a 2-2 and a 1-4 and a 1-5 to work right out of the gate. This is beyond broken settle here for Cuite. And he'll just quickly settle this. He'll have a 2-3 and a 1-4. There's horses here as well. In a harbor he can set up. Like, that's just bang bang. Just so fast. And then he can just come in and settle. He actually has a ton of space. He actually has a ton of space to expand. It's basically everybody's in the south except for him. He can come and expand on all of this if he wants, although none of it's all that beautiful. There's not much here to settle. He could settle down along this, but actually it's actually gonna be Norway. Norway's a bit of a nemesis for Cuite as well, so Norway could potentially give some trouble to Cuite in the early game and keep him off of this sea. It's going to be a big battle between Jack to keep him off this sea and make Cuite go left. Dido's on an inland sea of their own. They could potentially come up here to try and battle Jack as well, but that would be a tough call. They do have a culture expand to the north, a 2-2 base to the south with minimal tiles to work. There is some reefs for some campuses. Minimal resources though. Madrid. So let's look at their continent split again. So basically, they'll be able to set up. Actually, what could happen is Khmer could put a city on the coast, and Spain could put a city on the coast, and like somewhere, and they could just start doing naval traders to different continent. It'll be a good setup, and even Dido could come down and settle some of this stuff eventually. We do have a Zhang Yi. Maybe Dido gets a settle on that. without, you know, maybe the 4th city or something like that. A long walk, but I was actually wrong. So they actually changed. I don't like what they did here. I don't like what Molly did here. I mean, it's a bit of a gamble, but Chuck saw this 2-2 and he didn't walk towards it, and now he's going to hurt for production. He's going to hurt for production. If he'd have come here, turn 2 settled this, he would have set up better expands, and he would have been able to buy the 2-2, and then they could have even bought the 1-2 and the 1-3. It would have been expensive. It would have been very expensive, but he would have had very much a lot of production. So he could have. They could have bought all of this up and had a ton of production. Now he's simply going to struggle in his cap. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, Chucky. If you're watching this, buddy. He's kind of hurt his expands as well. Now he's going to have to expand down here with less setup on your on there. And expand here isn't as good. You can coastal expand a little bit here, but this settle would have been amazing. Turn 2 settle right here would have been amazing. Scout buy is in. Pop 3, of course, because he is working all the desert. So his population is going to grow very fast. He's going to have desert folklore in the bag already. Let's go up here and take a look at this settler. Like, this is insane. This is beyond broken, okay? This is beyond broken. Turn 7, he's going to settle his 2nd city on turn 7 and be working a 2-3 and a 1-4. And he's got whales and horses to come into as well. He can even flip out the 3-3 to the new city if he wants. Another settler coming here in 5. I mean, if you look around, everybody else is still getting scouts going. They're finally starting their settler. They're back and forth on their settler. So, I mean, 4 turns on their first. Like, look at this. Jack is 4 turns on his first settler. Cuite is 4 turns on his 2nd settler. Beyond broken. If this is going to be something that can happen consistently, people are going to have to start auto banning Maori on 7 Seas, just like they do on Highlands. Insane. Meep. Good to see you. Iron Hut. How you doing? Yeah, it actually looks like a pretty good setup for Molly. Khmer is over here, but like there's a long ways away. They actually have a really look at this. They ever settle non-fresh? 1, 2, 3. Oh no, they settle the iron. Settler goes to the iron. Bing bang boom. Really good tiles. This is a fantastic expand. Broken expand for Khmer. Settle the Lux. Working a 2-2. Not bad. Actually has a cotton settle down here with some pretty good hills. Yeah, he's got some broken expands. He's got some really good setup. He will be under pressure, though. Well, no, maybe not. I mean, eventually he could be under long-term pressure from Molly. But he'll essentially be kind of free sim with the triangle set up here. You've got the triangle set up here, and then Cuite above. And then you basically got the triangle set up here with Pistoria up above on Persia. Let's check out Persia's land a little bit here. They're going into the settler. They went double scout on a 2-1 base. Although they do have... I don't know what he did there. I don't think there's any way that Cuite Imperiale is going to... Oh, Matterhorn for Persia. Not a very good one, but it's Matterhorn. Yeah, there's no way that they remap this. Nobody's got a bad spawn, and this is just straight up broken. Look at these. Look at this. 2-3 into a 1-4, into a horsey and a 1-3, into a whale. They get God of the Sea. Say goodnight, Alice. Rome's got a pretty good setup here as well, though. Rome has got a fantastic setup. 2-2 base, working a 2-2 elephant. They're going to need to buy a tile to get a second 2-2 in. They've got iron in the first ring. They got horses. Another iron here. They could go craftsman. The Nays have it. We're going to play. Really nice setup over here with some good campuses. Could really set up a lot of good campuses here around this fissure. with an expand down in here. He can set up on the coast. Maybe set up navals. He can set up navals on the coast with Norway for sure. Solid expands down in here. Got a little Lux expand. Really good tiles down in here. Tons of good campuses. Complete free sim. There's even a lot of space depending on how they went. Like you could go down in here. There's tons of great cities. You know, tons of good cities up in here. These guys can set up. It's a complete free sim map for everybody, essentially. There'll be a bit of a battle for the water here that Jack's going to need to figure out. Was this a builder steal? This must have been a builder steal from Vilnius. Yeah, it looks like it. It's a two charge builder, and it's only one charge been used, so he just snagged a builder off of Vilnius. And and then a free build. So just in case Cuite wasn't having good enough of a game, just in case he wasn't having quite good enough of a game, the same turn his second settler comes out, turn 10, he gets a free builder. What's he working for tech here? Archery. So he already has animal. He knows about the horse. He's gonna put the horse online. He's gonna put the deer online. Get this city with some stronger food tiles. Maybe come back for the sheep for another production. Maybe we'll see. He's gonna get his monument out. Doesn't need to worry about getting a builder. Builder tempo gone. Already got it. What's he gonna settle down here? You're gonna come and settle this, I guess? Oh. Man, he's even got iron and horses around. Horses up here. He has a decent craftsman also. Like, just a completely broken game from Cuite. Like, if Archetype doesn't turn this into a W, he's got no one to blame but himself. 1, 2, 3. Be curious to see if Jack goes all the way to the 2-2 and keeps the 3-2 alive. I would think he would. Vilnius sets up as a good takedown and a forward location to set up on Dido. Dido's going to grab this coffee settle. Does anybody have 2 cities? Because I think Cuite is going to have 3 before anybody gets to 2. The Rome settler's coming up here. I think he comes to the 2-2 in order to set up the campus here. And then leave the campuses for these 2 cities as well. Do a Gov Plaza on a couple campuses there. Just do a Pogger setup. 7 Cs, Hackbert. Yo, yo. Yep. Settlers out. So 3 cities. 3 cities before anybody else has 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 people, all with 1 city. Cuite with 3. And and next turn he'll have 2 monuments complete. Next turn he'll have 2 monuments complete. And the trader in 2 turns. This city, not a bad setup. He's going to have horses online. He already got these horses. He's come down here to get these horses up. He'll have a 2 food tile going off the 2-3. And then maybe he doubles back to get the sheep. The 1-3s are nice. Pretty solid city. My guess is you'll want to start expanding this way. He's already got Maori. So this scout, and Jack actually threw the builder in the water. He did come across to the 2-2 to keep the 3-2 alive. I like that. He could have a good campus in here. He'll have a good harbor set up with the holy site. He's got a nice holy site here as well with the mountain. Yeah. Bit of a scuffy start on it. We didn't take a good look at this, but it's actually a bit of a scuffy start, to be honest with you. A lot of wasted mountain tiles. No real good fish tiles or anything like that. This reef fish is in 3rd ring. Gonna lose a lot of tiles to the mountains here. He's got some good tiles. 2-2, 2-2, 1-3. So he's got some good tiles to work, but it's not a great start for him, honestly. His expands look pretty good. This is going to be a good expand for him. Working the 3-2 is solid. He's got good expands here if he can get to them first. Really good cities, actually. Shipbuilding will be a boon for him. Honestly, he's got some good cities to settle up in here. And then even over here, like, look at this. He could do a horse expand down here. He could do the Holy Site Harbor right here on that horsey settle. Have you seen that? Yeah, he has. He's seen this. He's seen all the way down here. He's actually got some good options down here. Settle towards Mali, set up traders with everybody. The Vilnius takedown's probably on his mind. Getting out a longboat. So, or a longship, I should say. So he's seen Maori in the water, so he knows Maori's not too far. It's longships, a clock, to make sure he keeps him off these waters. If he spams longships, he's going to get another settler out. Excuse me. And if he can spam the longships, you can keep him off these waters and kind of slow down what is already an amazing start. Look at this. He's working on his other settler here. It's insane. Trader going here. Builder, of course, on the 2-2. I like this setup. There's a smart location. There's good expands down here that they'll find. They can sort out who gets what between these guys. Who's going to go wide. Who might go less wide. I mean, they can both go probably 12 cities if they want to go ancestral. They can. Solid expand here. He's going to go to the coast over here. He's going to have a good setup. He's going to have the river system's going to work really well for him. That's we'll evaluate his. I don't really know if I like that he's got his holy site so far away. Like, he could have done a setup in here. Problem is the incense we're getting in the way a little bit too, and then the. Yeah. I think he's gonna watch this back and regret that he didn't get the settle here, honestly. I think he's gonna regret not getting that settle there. His overall just a little slow with the lack of production in these cities. His tempo is gonna be much slower than it could have been. He spawned right there. That was a turn 1 settle. 7 Seas, turn 1 settle, 2-1 base, working a 2-2 and a 1-5, and then expanded to the 3-3 to get that going. He had 2 cities on turn 10 and a free builder at the same time, and he had 3 cities before anybody else had 1. Just completely and utterly broken. Completely and utterly broken. We saw the culture settle in here from Dido. He's heading south to get the 2-2 base over here. Somebody are going to want to come get this. What do we got over here set up? A couple of holy sites. So double settler into double holy site for Khmer. Profit points. Norway's off to the quick start. 5 points. We'll see what Jack does after the settler if he runs a prayer. He can run a prayer and maybe lock up coral. That'd be pretty big for him. Feed the world, obviously. You would need. You could ever get feed the world in here on a project. Steal that from Khmer. Khmer on work ethic actually is pretty good though too, so it's not so bad. Third city coming out this way. He's going to go set up on the lake or whatever you want to call it and set up naval traders. Oh, we settled the Wonder over here. What do we got? 18. We got lots of time for era. See what everyone's teching. I mean, the thing is tech doesn't matter quite as much right now because this is 100% complete and total free sim on both sides. So people are going to be going like commercial. Like you could see double currency here. I wouldn't be surprised if Rome has already actually went and got. Actually, he went and boosted bronze working on free sim. I mean, it shows everybody iron if anybody needed it. That's more of like a first turn right click, and then you kind of maybe regret it. He's going animal husbandry. He's going a long way from currency. And on Rome, like, I think that's a mistake, honestly. I mean, if I'm just going to be completely honest, soft style. I mean, sure, you got your iron up, but everybody's complete free sim. It's 7 Cs. You know there's a good chance it's going to be free sim. I like this expand, by the way, though. He set up both of his expands exactly where I would have liked to have seen them. But you have to evaluate and be like, you know, after you finish mining, be like, do I really... Ooh. Hello. Oh, wow. Any Fire Goddess Ancestor... Or any Fire Goddess Monumentality civs out there? Fire Goddess Monumentality would be Pog here. But no, I would just say, like, you've got mining, okay? I apologize for the drop frames. I don't know what the frick's going on with my internet today. You've got mining set up. Okay, you start with mining, and then you're like, okay, everybody's free sim. It's kind of east versus west. Let's get bronze working. Let's go get our commercial hubs online. Let's place these campuses down. You've got unbelievable campuses to set up here in all of your cities. +4, +4, +4. You could do like you could even get another one here and get a Gov Plaza right here to boost 3 campuses. Like, you could just place campuses and commercial hubs in every city and just game over, right? But now he's going to be way behind on placing his districts because he went all the way to bronze working. There it is. There it is. Fire Goddess, just in time before it exploded, just before he had his choice. And how do you not do it? How do you not do it? Grow to 6 pop as fast as you can. Work all of these and have a monumentality like you've never had before in your life. Oh baby, could be massive. Could be absolutely massive. What's we doing down here? Profits, Norway, Khmer. See if Jack's going to run a project. He's going Shrine. Maybe he'll go Shrine into a project. He's got this city out. He's going to settle the horsies. And he'll set up a harbor holy site situation. He's actually... So this is beautiful. Mwah! Jack, I could kiss you. I know you're watching. I know you're watching. Don't even tell me you're not. He had this builder. He did a little exploring. But he knew he wanted his holy site right here. So what he's going to do is he's going to buy this tile. He's going to hop this builder up here. He's 1 turn late. 1 turn late. Maybe he'll chop out the monument into the holy site here. But yeah, buy this tile. Chop with the builder. I'm going to assume he has mining. Did he go get mining is the question? Jack, don't tell me you didn't get mining. He went and grabbed it. Yeah, he went and grabbed. He knew he was going to need it. He went and grabbed it. And now he's heading to shipbuilding. As you would suspect. There it is. He actually... Wait, did he... I missed it. Did he chop it or did he just lay it down? Where'd the builder go? Oh, no, sorry. The builder went and got the fishes online. Okay, so he just grabbed a bunch of money off the team. He got the fishes online. I thought he was going to chop it out. He didn't even bother with the chop. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I kind of had a vision of, like, chop out that holy site really fast, but... That works just as well. Get the fish online. This city's going to be Pog with that 4-3 tile. Capital. This is working really well. 3-1, 1-3, 2-2. 2-2 to expand 2 on pop 4. This city's grabbed a 2-2, so he's got things going on here. Holy site. He's going to really want to hop on the projects. Going to want to hop on the projects before he gets coral stolen by his good buddy Khmer. Khmer did get River Goddess, so there was no denial of River Goddess in here for Khmer. He's going Shrine into Project. Jack is going Shrine into Project. He does have a bit of an advantage, and he does have... excuse me, he does have top slot. Excuse me. What else we seeing here? Magnus first. Chop. I like it. Pretty good Magnus chop. Good stuff. Other governor. We've got an Adamanaki play down here. This is going to be broken. This is going to be straight up Adamanaki broken. He'll get, what's her name in there? Liang. And this city will just be disgusting. What did he grab for... He did get Reeds and Marshes. Okay, he got Reeds and Marshes. This city's going to be just insane. Everything about this is going to be broken. A couple more settlers on the way. He's going to have 4 cities next turn. And he'll have 6 cities very, very quickly. Probably have 6 cities before anybody else has 4. If I had to guess. Pretty average start location, honestly, for Spain. Pretty slow, if I'm being honest. He does have a big trader set up here on his continent split, which will work well for him. But yeah, I mean, there's a long ways to a settle down in here. Just really kind of average land for him. Based on land, I think Ulysse looks the best here, because Rome, 3 great expands. They can coastal set up for traders. Already 2 coastal set up for Persia. 4 food expand. What's he got? Fertility rights, so he's getting extra food. I was just gonna say I saw 3-1 on these wheat. He's gone fertility rights in an early builder, getting lots of food out of that. Makes this a 4-1 as well. Really, really good expands quickly. More settlers on the way here. He's going to be able to go 5 cities into a really nice monumentality. Mansa Musa shrines coming. Now again, I'm not a big fan of the triple holy site open. It's not terrible, but if I had my druthers, I would actually prefer to see Saguba in the 3rd city first. I feel like that's the better opening, but I think either way works. It's fine. It's nothing egregious or anything like that. Getting an archer up to get rid of this annoyance, so he can save his holy sites a little bit. Gonna push him away, and keep him from getting pillaged. Settler on the way as well. So pretty good, solid setup. Everything you could want from Khmer. He's not going to run a project. He's going to go settler instead of project here. Double settler instead of project. I could see a project coming here for feed, and I can definitely see a project here. There it is. Jack's going to get a project up there, and lock up Coral, which is of course the full boat when it comes to Norway. Yeah, this is going to be. I mean, maybe at this point he's saying, okay, I'm going to get 5 cities out quick. He's got some good expands. He still hasn't settled this iron. He's settled down here on this 2-2 to grab the tiles instead. But he has a good iron settle here. He's got a settle up in here he can grab. Something in here, go bang bang. He can settle the coast, do navals. They can each grab a piece of the Zhangyi with a settle here and a settle there. They can each grab a piece of that. He has lots of good expands, so at this point, he's like, okay, I'm going to be fine with work ethic. I'll take work ethic. You guys can project for what you want. I'll get 5 cities quick. And that's been his choice, and that's what he's going to do. City number 4 popped in here as we saw. A couple of 1-4s. Going to be struggling for food. Probably not a... He didn't even settle where he could buy a 2-2. I was thinking he was going to settle here, honestly. I thought he'd settle here for the better harbor. And to be able to buy a 2-2 and have a 2-2 base. But he settled in here for the 1-4s. It's fine, but I like the 2-2 base. Buy a 2-2. Well, buy a 2-3 technically, right? 2-2, buy a 2-3. Better harbor. I mean, he does open up the wheat, or sorry, the rice settle though. That's the only thing. Settling here opens up the rice settle. That's probably maximizing. That's pretty good. Tea settle's kind of garbage. Yeah, look at these. This is a little bit closer here, maybe, or I don't know what he do. He could settle something in here to grab all this, but this is just too far from anything good. I guess actually he could settle in. He could settle the coffee, settle the rice, settle the coffee. Good tiles down here. Lots of hills you can eat up, and then he could grab these with that. Those are such good tiles there. City number 5 coming. City number 6 coming. Is anybody going to have 4 cities before he has 6? I think it's going to be 6 cities to... Well, actually, no. This settler's out. This settler's out. How is Edamanaki... How is the Edamanaki timer? Oh, I didn't see this Edamanaki here. Ooh, 5 turns. This could be a huge denial. 6 turns. If there's no chops that come, this city's not going to grow. So 6 turns is... I didn't even see it. I did not see it. So this is going to be a huge denial. There's actually going to be a chop as well. He's going to chop it with Magnus. He's going to be done in 3 turns. In 3 turns, Magnus establishes and he'll chop this. He may not even wait for that. Actually, a huge denial. It's not even a great one for him. It's got the marsh up here. Is going to be really good. He didn't get reeds and marshes, but he's got some good floodplains here. Yeah. I would have preferred maybe to see it here, just to take a... I like the plains... The plains tiles are so much better with Anunnaki than the grasslands, especially if we don't get reeds and marshes. But, oh, he's got a couple marshes over here, too, so this is going to be actually pretty good for him. It's actually going to be pretty good for him here. I'm not sure what the slinger play is all about. There's no threat at the moment. I'm not sure what the slinger play is all about. Bit of a panic move, maybe. 2-3-3-2. Really good setup. Really good cities. He's getting his monuments and everything up. Yeah, 3 turns. It's going to be an Anunnaki denial. This is going to be very sag. So, this is actually going to be huge. This builder could potentially come down here to do a chop, but I think it'll be too late by the time he gets there. This is going to be huge because Maori was steamrolling. Maori was straight up steamrolling. They've already got 4 cities. Cities 5 and 6 are going to come over here and get set up. And it was basically going to be like unstoppable, right? Especially when city number 3 was going to be this ridiculous. Like, this cities were going to be ridiculous. This denial rate here is actually going to be massive if they can pull it off. There's no way this guy can chop before this guy can chop. So this is... Well, I mean, the timing, it wouldn't finish it there, whereas it's going to finish it here. This is going to be a massive denial. It's going to be a massive denial. Yeah, the marshes are really actually going to be pretty solid. He's going to come in here and settle... Oh, actually, so he's going to want to come and settle this and be right on top of the faith. Turn 28. Anybody going to have a problem with the Ulysse score, by the way? No, everybody's in. Everybody's in. Campus is down, finally. He's finally gotten to the campus tech. Settler on the way here. He's going to be able to place his campus there. And he's going to be able to place a campus in his capital here, I hope. We'll see what happens. We'll see who decides to make a play. Both of these guys are eligible for Coliseum plays, for sure. Not really a flat tile in the middle here. Unless maybe he went there. There's the obvious Gov Plaza. There's going to be potentially 3 campuses on this. 1, 2, yeah. So this city puts their campus there. Campus there. This city puts their campus there, and then a city over here on the wheat puts their campus here. You're going to have 1, 2, 3 campuses, all just huge. This is going to be 4, 5, 6. This one would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, everything's going to be huge. It's going to be just amazing, amazing setup in here for Rome right now. Getting lots of builders out as well early. Oh, wait, what? Who picked the same what? I was just about to go and take a look at this. Everything ended up the way we thought it would. Pagoda's pickup is pretty big. I don't understand what I just missed, though. You guys picked the same religion? I don't understand. Also, I don't know what's going on with my freaking bitrate. It's driving me crazy. I'm dropping frames here and there, guys. Sorry. I don't know what's going on with my bitrate. It's absolutely driving me nuts. Dropping frames like a little bitch. Oh, they both selected Buddhism. Oh. Okay, so they have to choose, like, Okay, I thought it wasn't the religions they chose, it was the religion... Yeah, you can't have two, yeah. Yeah. Oh, there's a relobby there. I didn't notice that it was both Buddhism. I was just looking at the individual things that they chose. If my frame rate doesn't, I might do a quick restart if my frame rate doesn't. I don't know if it'll make a difference, but yeah. They both have feed the word work ethic. No, not on my screen. They didn't. You can't have both feed the world and work ethic. One had feed the world. One had work ethic. Nobody had. Everybody had different beliefs. Khmer had gotten work ethic and pagodas, and feed the world. I don't remember what other belief. Feed the world and something on Molly, and then Jack had the full boat. Oh no, it was lay ministry. Feed the world lay ministry on Molly, and then it was Jack had pilgrimage along with Coral for Norway. Yeah, no, that's the reason that for the relobby is the fact that they were both called Buddhism. They had both clicked Buddhism to decide. That was absolutely the issue. If they both pick... Yeah, no, absolutely, cry blood. No, sorry, I thought... Okay, I misunderstood what you were saying. I thought you were saying they had both chosen the same thing. Yeah, so what ends up happening is everybody who has Buddhism gets both beliefs. So what ends up happening is both players that chose Buddhism would get the same, like, get both chosen things for Buddhism. Yeah. Yeah, that's my bad. I misunderstood what you were saying. Both of the players get all the beliefs.
You have shown
I thought you were saying that they had chosen the same thing.
For iron, and rule with horse and sword. The sky above begins to reveal its secrets, a collection of heaven that uplifts our hearts and guides us to foreign shores.
Ba, 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 ba. Okay, here we go. So we can see here that Jack had already gotten his Pepega, Choral Music Pilgrimage. And then I guess it was this turn where they both get their profits. Grinding out this settler working a couple of 4/4 tiles. Pretty pog. I guess they went back to the turn before? Monuments going up for Jack. He's going to have his stats online here pretty good. Coral, once the shrines get kicked in, the monuments get kicked in, you'll have good culture despite being in monumentality. What's his faith rate, by the way? 29 faith turn. Chuck's on 42. Rom's 20. This holy site is done. He gets the double card in. He's got some sick holy sites. 6 and a 4 and a 3 out here. He'll get boosted up when he gets his harbors down. He is 4 turns celestial. That. Stupid. Yeah, this settle came in here, by the way, and okay, so I don't really know if I like the this got a, sorry, I do like the campus, sorry. I missed the, so as if this thing's didn't get any better, so this is a +4. This is a +4, what'll be, eventually become a +6. And then these two cities will each get, like, +4s. Actually, this would be a +5, this would be a +. And this city over here will get one in here. +6. 4, 5, yeah, 6. I honestly don't get my KBS right now. It's spiking to 15,000 and then dropping to 0. Sorry, who had a 4-2 tile east, though? What? So he's getting lined up to get 2 more cities in here. He'll be at 6 cities. Harbors are going down. The Edamanaki chop should come right now, right? Yeah. Oh, is he going to even bother? He has 1 turn. Is he going to do this? In either case, he doesn't have to. I assumed he would have done it actually last turn. He could have chopped it last turn. Maybe he forgot when it did the rollover, or maybe he decided he would go without it. I don't know. So anyway, they decided to change it up. So Khmer ended up getting Buddhism. He went Work Ethic Pagodas, as we saw. Feed the World lay Ministry on Mali, as we saw. No surprises. No Tithe. No Tithe gamers today. So the long ship opened up. So the long ship went this way in order to open up the seas between them so that they could get the trade routes through. So they have vision through the sea so they could actually have the trade routes go the way. And then they're going to get the traders up and set up, maybe set up the cities here and here to get, Amani. Reyna. Get Reyna set up here and here, and have the trade routes go through these two cities on both sides if they can get them going. So there's the Abenaki done. Very, very sad times. Very, very sad times in here. This city would have been actually broken. Like, one... So he's gonna go ahead and grab Great Bath instead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He would have potentially, what, 7 or 8 completely broken tiles. Liang was already going in. Like, it would have been just completely broken tiles. It's a very sad day. He actually is going to come over here and settle the desert to grab all this. I actually would have preferred this, but he might not have seen this, obviously. This would have been the much better settle, but he hasn't seen it. I would be willing to bet. Oh, no, he has seen it, and he's still going to go up there. This is the far superior settle. I don't get it. I guess maybe he's going to do both, but he's deciding to start with the worst one. I don't know. 6 cities, audience chamber going in. I don't know if I wouldn't have gone Ancestral Hall here. I mean, this is an awful lot of freaking land to settle for free. I would have been Ancestral Hall on Maori here already. I mean, you've already got 6 cities. I mean, you can... I mean, you've basically got... You're not going to settle any, like, maybe 1 or 2 more cities? I mean, if you're going to get to 12 or 14 cities, why not do Ancestral? Get it. This settler's going to come and settle the wheat. Another campus goes down. It's beautiful. He's going to be able to grab the 3-2 as well. This is actually a +5 back here. But he's actually going to go and settle the 2-2 base. There's a +5 here and here. He doesn't even need to worry about this. Buggers. Oh, commercial down there or something. He is into his golden age, by the way. Okay, so it's coral here, coral there, monumentality there, coral, monumentality, of course, with that faith gen, and then so 3 monumentalities. So stats are going to be a little bit behind. The story getting his stats up here could be pretty important. With 3 civs going monumentality. He's going to get a couple settlers out here shortly. Come and settle north. Going to have some really good tiles here. And settle down in here. We'll see how wide he gets. Probably more likely that Rome goes super wide here. To be honest with you. I do see... So there's entertainment complex going down. So he's going to maybe be thinking about the... Coliseum here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5. So he can definitely do a setup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can get a city on the stone city here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He can get a 7 city setup on that Coliseum. It's pretty solid. I like it. Oracle play here. Going to chop it out with Magnus. Audience play on a relatively slow spawn coming from Spain. They are going harbors. Okay. It's going to be an Ancestral Hall play for Dido. Interesting, because they're already going to have a number of blocked off areas. The longboats, or I keep calling them longboats. The long ships, if you will, for the Vikings are coming over here. He basically has control of these waters now. There's no way they can ever get into this sea if they plop down. I mean, unless they plop down and bought some boats. Look at this tile. He got Goddess of the Hunt for, I guess, 2 tiles. Goddess of the Hunt there and Goddess of the Hunt there. Okay. Maybe it's better further on, I guess. Not great. I guess he's got one over here for a city that he settles in here somewhere. See how they set this up. Getting a lot of settlers out. Actually going to be a play here for Entertainment Complex as well. Magnus is going in to do chop chops. Now, there are a lot of flat chops, so it's going to be costly. There goes Great Bath. No surprise that came after the Edamanaki denial. Yeah, I'm a little bit... so we're going to see here, there's some Magnus chops versus Rome, who's got Magnus already chopping. And more chops to come. 1, 2, 3, 4. He was able to buy, obviously, some monumentalities. Relatively low production city here now, though, so it's going to have to be purely chops. And then I guess he'll mine up what he can. City's going to be punished for all these flat chops, but he'll have some hills. It won't be terrible. Should be the winner here again, so that's going to be a second big wonder denial. Second really big wonder denial. Kind of funny that both teams are actually grouping together. It feels like that never happens. Yeah, it's going to be kind of an East versus West situation, right? Like, you can basically see it setting up. It's just, yeah, boom and boom. Tons of space in here to expand to. Audience Chamber on Maori was interesting versus Ancestral here. So Ancestral... You have to assume he's planning on just going Ancestral across here and then settling all this. Because he can't really settle in here now. Because Jack pretty much has won the battle for this. Long term. And there's actually some really easy canal cities here so that these guys can all be connected to this water as well. So there's no reason why they can't control all of this water. And potentially even this water out here. So Colosseum goes down. He's only going to have 2 chops with Colosseum. He's only going to have 2 chops to actually build the Colosseum with. Needed that. Oh, he actually has a stone chop as well. I missed the stone chop. Yeah, exactly, Cryblood. I was just thinking the same thing in my head. I'm thinking they're going to control a lot of water. They're going to give them a lot of advantage for late game nukes, which definitely feels like this game could be headed towards. This city is just completely busted, by the way. Would actually like to see... Oh, I hate to move Pingala now. But this city would be pretty amazing if you could ever put in Liang. Settlers coming out, and other settlers. So he's going to get wide here quickly on Persia. Jack is still on 3 cities, but he's got 2 settlers on the go and another one out. He'll also be able to get some accumulation and buy 1 or 2 settlers later on in his monumentality. His yield is up to 45. Chuck's at 55. Sagubas are down in some of these cities. I like this. I don't know what his Gov Plaza plan is, though. This is a solid setup, and it gives him some options for a city over here somewhere to kind of sneak in a little bit. Maybe non-fresh, he can squeak in a couple more. Commercial holy site like this. A city down here. There goes the Oracle. There's the chop for that settler, trying to get some tempo. Of course, shipbuilding, like I said earlier, shipbuilding is going to be a big boon for Jack because he has just amazing settles up here. He's got this 2-2 base here, probably. And then he puts his holy site here. He could go harbor here, maybe. Yeah, holy site, harbor. Give more adjacency, like just set up a whole string right there. He can work the 2-2 base, grab these tiles here. He can settle like the wheat here maybe and grab all this. Pretty good setups. I mean, he could even go up here to the honey. He's got all kinds of space up here depending on how much of the space Persia wants. International trade routes will get set up here through the water at some point. Be curious to see how they do that, though, because I was just thinking Persia's actually going to want internals, particularly early. Gonna get extra food base here because of the what do you call it? The free builder pantheon. Fertility rates. Jeez. New cam is poggers. Thank you, Big Daddy. Sorry about the drop frames. I'm seriously considering restarting the stream. I don't know if it'll make a difference or not, but it must be very inconsistent. I've lost 15% of my frames so far. Oh, wow. The Coliseum chops were faster over here. I thought it was going to be... Ooh, wow. And he had done his Coliseum. Oh, my God. Oh, wow. Soft style has to be very sad right now. He just went through a lot of flat chops to get nothing for it. But a 2-turn settler. Oh, huge denial. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's from the drop frames. If it's I've been told already, and it's periodic apparently. And it's whenever the frame rate goes fuzzy. It's the only thing I could think of that could possibly be. I mean, I've had this microphone for 5 years, or almost ever, and it's never given me a single problem, so I can't imagine that it's the microphone. Huge denial of the Coliseum there. Doesn't even reach this one, so it's only a 4 city right now. You could make it a... You could make it a better, though. You could make it an 8. He went around the horn here. Yeah, it's definitely... Land Wars are going to be unusual for sure. It's a long ways from Rome to anything. Like, this is all wide open land here, right? Like, from Rome, all of this and all of this is completely wide open. So there's no... It's like a long ways. Rome can get super wide if they want to. And then, yeah, there's the potential land battle could happen here. But yeah, it is a long ways for Rome and Persia to have an impact on it. But that being said, it's also a long ways for these guys to have an impact on it either, right? It's really kind of like, it's kind of a 2v1, and even naval is not that big a deal. Like, even this is not much of an incursion area.